Hello guys, it's Jay from the Fancy Gaming Community. This is podcast Ep.2, right? What we're going to be talking about in this episode is we're going to be talking about E3 and all the exciting news and what games we're looking forward to. We're also going to be doing a topic called News of the Week, so we talk about what news we're excited about this week. And then we'll talk about the next coming days of E3, and we'll also talk about next podcast. Okay, so let's start off. So I'm Jay, I was in the last podcast. Unfortunately, Paddy is no longer with us, so you won't hear the bubbly little Irishman no more. But don't worry, we got Jammy now. So yeah, I'm Jay. Dino was also here. Dino, do you want to give a little talk?
I am Dino. I was in the last podcast also, and he's left us, but we got someone equally as good.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's cool, Dino. So, Jammy boy, what are you going to say?
I guess I was in this clan about a year ago. Joined because Jay was a pretty fancy fellow, just from his typical stream. Kind of got to know everybody, liked it all, kind of stayed. It's gotten better over the coming months. We've been getting a bunch of new people. We've been learning quite a lot of gaming news because we've all been looking up our own little stuff and all that jazz.
Cool, sweet.
So yeah.
So yeah, let's hope you're like Jammy and you're like me as the new host. You better add, otherwise you can go swear it. Okay, so what games have you been playing this week, guys? In the last podcast, I said, Dino, Tropico's so repetitive, I'm not going to get it. And then shortly after the podcast, I purchased Tropico 5, which is a hell of a lot better than Tropico 4. There's a lot more to it. The areas, like Dino was pointing out, going to the best thing, and it is really awesome. So Tropico 5 was awesome. Watch Dogs. I actually was off the day it came. So the next day it came out, I was actually thrown up, so I was actually off work. So I actually got a chance to play it. And to be truthful, first impressions were good. I had a couple of problems with frame issues, like I'll be driving in a combat and I'll be getting frame lag, like juttering and stuff like that, which is pretty disappointed. But overall, the game was good, but I think it was overhyped. So what do you think about that, Dino, about Watch Dogs?
Well, yeah. I mean, you didn't tell him about how beastly your computer is. So if you knew the specs of Jay's computer, maybe we'll put him in the description of the video or something. But the setup he's got at the moment should not be experiencing any issues with anything he's playing. And I have to say, mine's not to the same standard as Jay's is, but the game runs very comfortably. But as Jay was saying, you'll be driving around and you get very severe lag after playing for about an hour. It's as if the game's sort of dying on you. You got to sort of restart it and fucking load back in and stuff like that. But the storyline is incredible. I'm having great fun with the storyline. It's just poor optimization, which was what we was talking about last episode as well.
Yeah, well, I do quite like the storyline, but I haven't played it for a couple of days. It's just like, I've done it all. And there was things that I was told about and I read about what was meant to be in the game, and it just didn't feel like it delivered. Like, I was looking at, the last trailer, the trailer for Watch Dogs, it was like, oh my god, is this actual gameplay? And they go, yes, of course. And then it comes out on PC and it's like, the rain isn't as detailed, nothing is as detailed, nothing is even as close as detail on PC, even on Ultra. It's pretty poor. Now, Jammy has got the next gen consoles and he's got on his PS4. So how do you feel about the game, Jammy? Are you having any sort of issues with the frame issues or anything else like that?
Yeah, actually, funny enough, I'm only in like Act 2 of the game, but I've been playing it on Xbox One and PS4, so they're both experiencing the same problems as what you guys have been experiencing. I mean, it was overhyped for a start. I mean, people were also excited because this was a next-gen launch title, then they delayed it. Don't know about you guys, but found that rather disappointing because of pre-orders and all that. Had to be delayed as well. People finding it everywhere, a bit hard to kind of wait for another, 6 months? Something?
Yeah, there was a big delay on it. And even when you pre-order the game, you wouldn't get the code for like, halfway through the day of the release. Now,
Yeah.
I don't understand if they had like a lot of codes to give out, but you know, I was expecting my code at midnight, but I didn't get it
Yeah.
until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, exactly. And my pre-order for not 360, Xbox One was digital, so I had to wait for a code as well. My code didn't come to the next day after it came out. Like the day it came out, everyone's getting their codes, and I'm sitting there thinking, "Where's my code?" But I had the PS4, so I was all happy with that, and I was playing it and was still kind of disappointed. But the difference between the two I don't see any, besides a couple of graphical issues. Other than
Well,
that,
well, since you played both of them, isn't it that the Xbox One's got less AIs than the PS4?
yeah, by about 3/4 the amount of PS4 has.
See,
The
oh, go on.
Sorry, go.
No, go on. No, go on.
No, I was gonna say just the radius of which you see people around you on PS4 is about 9 or 10 people around you at the same time, but and that's in like a 5 foot radius. The Xbox One has something like 7 or 8, and apparently you guys are saying that whenever you guys are playing it on PC,
There's
you're seeing
loads.
about loads.
Yeah, there's like 10 around you. There's, well, in some, when you go to like a park or to the outside of the park, it's about 15 people around you. Now, but the only thing that disappointed me is the hacking side. It's hold Q.
Yeah,
Hold
for
Q.
for you guys it's that. For me, it's hold X on Xbox and
That's
hold square on PlayStation, which seems okay. But I mean, we were expecting more
more
complex
hacking.
things.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I like the puzzle thing, we have to puzzle it, and you have a time limit. I like that. That's like, yeah, fuck, wait, what am I doing? I've actually not failed one yet, and I'm on Act 4, but it just didn't like wow me, and it's so easy to get money. It's way
Oh
too
yeah.
easy. Hacking people, robbing shops. See, I'm a good guy in it. I don't know about you guys, but what I don't like is like you bump into a gap pedestrian and he injures him. You've lost like most of your goodness. Be like, might as well just shot him. You get more bang for your buck. But I do think it gets a little bit too repetitive. Again, that's why I've dropped off it. And talking about Wolfenstein, I haven't even completed yet, but the game's amazing. But for some reason, I haven't got the will to go back to. But I will complete that game because I'm doing my hardest
Yeah.
difficulty, and I love it. I love killing Nazis. It's so good. I hate to be in Germany right now. But has
Yeah.
anyone else got anything to add about Wolfenstein or Watch Dogs?
Well, basically just I got Watch Dogs whenever it came out and all that, which was fine, but I recently got Wolfenstein. I haven't got around to playing it yet, and I haven't told you guys I got it yet.
I even told him.
Nah, I got it a couple of days ago. But I haven't got around to playing it. What do you guys actually think of it all round as a game?
It's amazing. Totally different.
Just
I
for
think
me
it's
to play it.
fantastic.
Beautiful. Story's amazing. I've been too tired up with World of Tanks and team battles, so I haven't had a chance to really play. But yeah, I
Fair
loved
do.
it. Loved it. Amazing. Dual wielding shotguns run down the hallway. Yeah, sounds cool to me. So yeah, that's made the games to play. We've been playing World of Tanks, but we're going to go into after we've done it, talk about E3. We're going to be going back to World of Tanks because the new update's coming out quite soon, e.g. tomorrow. So let's talk about E3. So unfortunately, I was in work today and yesterday, so I didn't really have the commitment to watch E3, and I was too busy doing team battles with the clan. But I do know that Jamie watched all of E3. So Jamie, what game is what 3 games have like made you go, yep, I'm having that.
Oh, right. Okay. If we're talking top 3, we're talking the Halo remasters. We've been getting the first 4 Halo games that involve Master Chief all put together into one,
Halo
untouched.
3?
Halo 3 as well.
Oh my god. And Halo 2?
And Halo 2 with remastered graphics.
I didn't even see that.
And the
Hang on, let me
multiplayer
go and have a quick
untouched.
one.
Yeah. But, yeah, we're getting those the way that we wanted them, all together, untouched, on Xbox One.
Oh, Xbox One?
Yeah.
Oh.
That has got Chili wanting an Xbox One now. Not even joking. Yeah.
Really?
But,
You got to remember that all the Halo games only came out on Xbox anyway, Jay.
I know, but it makes me so upset. Well, I'm buying an Xbox One with my bonus.
My second game, from seeing the first 5 minutes of gameplay on it, which was basically the opening cutscene kind of thing, Far Cry 4.
I didn't see that.
Graphics on it, and people thought the third game's graphics were amazing. This just takes it all,
Really?
like, completely.
Yeah, I
I'm not
bought
even
that
joking.
one.
I played...
You see what I mean, Dino?
I played Far Cry 3 and I clocked 40 hours on it. And you know what? There was not one point like Watch Dogs. I did not think this is repetitive because it was amazing. Like, free roaming. I mean, crocodiles attacking you, snakes attacking you. tigers, giraffes are trying to do things to you even though they're not even in the game, just things like that are amazing. And there was one part that made me scream like a little girl, like most games, was I was in a boat, and I got out the boat and I was standing on top of the boat, and a crocodile actually went through the boat and ate me. Well, there was one thing I was scared about that game, and that was going in the water against sharks. Because I hated it.
Oh,
It
yes.
used to be, I used to cringe. So what was your third game?
Third game, by far, Battlefront.
Oh,
Not Battlefield, Battlefront, Star Wars. The Star Wars reboot.
Is that
They showed us pre-alpha footage of the game and how it looks at the minute. And I'm just gonna say it looks like real life. It looks like you're watching one of the movies all over again.
Oh my god, it's cool. So is that like Star Wars Battlefield? Is it Battlefield 2? Like that style, is it? Or is it...
Star Wars Battlefront 2, but yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's basically they're remaking that, and DICE is the actual makers of it.
Do you know what? When my house got broken into, my PS2 got robbed. The first game I bought back was that one, Battlefront 1. That was so good.
It's best game ever. Well,
I actually re-brought all of the Star Wars games back on Steam. I love all of them.
Do you know what? It's...
Yeah, but here you play that, and you done Knights of the Old Republic 2 there.
Hmm.
You kind of cried at the end of it.
Yeah, a little bit. Let's not go there.
Okay.
I don't want to get all emotional.
Right, now, I'm just going to butt in. Even though I didn't watch it, I've already had a quickie over a game I've just seen got announced. And I am like... I feel like kissing someone. I have not played Xbox for well over, probably about 3 years now. And the game...
like 3 or 4.
The game I loved. I mean, the game I just like, whoa. Besides Halo, because it's totally different genre, was Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Vegas 1 and 2. I played 1 and I thought it was... Yeah,
baby.
good. And I played 2 and I was like, yes! I think it was Elite like 30. And...
Yeah, Vegas 1 was okay. Was brilliant.
Vegas 2 was just...
but it was just brilliant. And then people asked for stuff for Vegas 2, and we got everything we wanted.
Except, the only thing I didn't like was you couldn't change the 2 guys you were with, their guns. That's the only thing I didn't like.
Well, you kind of didn't need to. Your own character's customization was that vast.
Yeah, but right, getting back on the subject. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege! Oh my god! The video looks amazing.
Yeah, I've seen it.
The player's crap. Gets on my nerves, you just waste ammo. It annoys me. But,
Not a very good demo guy.
I'm starting to get so excited. The game...
Did you see how, creative the destructive house was that they were in?
Yes. I just love the way he was like... See, Riot Shield was on Rainbow Six. Was the Riot Shield on Rainbow Six Vegas 2?
It was a Riot Shield, but it was more like classical Riot Shield, not the basic old bulletproof glass looking thing. It was just the simple old steel coated thing with just one tiny peepee hole.
Yeah, I remember. Now, the thing about I didn't really like about it is if you tried to go behind someone that had a Riot Shield, it wouldn't really work well because you couldn't really crouch. You couldn't crouch anything, could you?
You could.
You could crouch. You couldn't go.
You could even prone.
You couldn't.
I thought you could.
No, you couldn't. I mean, you couldn't prone for some reason. But yeah, you can crouch.
Wait, no, that's Ghost Recon. Never mind.
Yeah, but on that, it like he crouches behind the guy, and then the computer makes him go behind that shield, and he pokes out, so the shield is covered. And I thought, yeah. And then the way he grabs the hostage, it's like, whoa, it's like watching like an actual hostage takeover. And I love the way it was quite funny when he walked out. I thought, I bet you that guy gets killed. And I just love the way, they leave one guy in the room with a girl for some stupid reason, and then they all come in and kill him, and then they grab him and run away. It's like, oh my god, it looks like a movie. And then I'm just have to talk about it. I'm gonna climax in a minute. But yes, so I saw that. Now the other game I saw, which was The Crew, and I just think I'm not really a racing gamer type of guy, but I will buy a steering wheel just to play that game, just for free roam. Because it just looks amazing. It looks like a game you could be lost into, just drive around, crash into people, get people to chase you, get the cops on you, just purely messing about. And what was the other game I saw, which I always forget the name of? It was it begins with a D? Was it? Oh my god, what's Ubisoft's game they're bringing out? I can't remember. The Division, that's it. Now, when I was watching that video on The Division, I was wondering, was that actually in-game footage?
Yeah,
that was, yeah.
that was in-game footage. We've seen previous demos of it before, and it looks pretty much the exact same. The graphics have been tweaked a little bit to look a wee bit more better on the lighting, but other than that, it looks amazing still.
When I saw that, it reminded me of Rainbow Six, because it was a Tom Clancy game, and I was like, that's just amazing.
Most Tom Clancy games now are like Rainbow Six. It's without a doubt. Even Splinter Cell's turned into it.
Oh, Splinter Cell, what a good game.
Which I was looking for a new one of those, but hey, can't get everything you ask for.
No, we want Rainbow Six. Go on.
Well, I don't have 3 best games. One game takes up the 3 slots for me, and it's called Assassin's Creed, and it is the greatest thing ever made in the history of anything.
Just to keep you corrected there, Assassin's Creed what?
Unity.
Good boy.
Yeah.
Is it true there's 4-player co-op in it?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was one of the first things they
They've
showed
done a
off.
demo of what the single player looks like. They've done a demo of what the co-op looks like. And to be honest with you, co-op is the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
it looks as if they've designed the levels as well to suit 4-player co-op. Like, the E3 trailer they've shown, you see so many different... Because I couldn't imagine doing that on my own. Did you see the amount of guards that there were roaming around in groups? Just thinking of that, you couldn't do that on your own.
What you would see in, like, an Assassin's Creed game, a way in the mission where you could go this way, or there's, like, another way you could go. Typically just 2 routes of which you could go, full in, all hidden blades, well, blazing, or do it the stealthy route where you don't get caught and you take out the target and then you get out of there. No. There's 4 different ways to do it now, at least, from what you saw in the demo.
Yeah.
Now, the question is, of the day, will there be stories behind every single one of those characters?
No, that's a big ask considering this is the first time they're integrating co-op. But you've got to remember co-op is... If you set a basis and a background to a character, and then someone, your mate takes over that character and plays it completely differently, you're going to start thinking... You're going to think of that character differently, do you know what I mean? I think they'll leave it.
Yeah, but then again, they have been working on this since Assassin's Creed 3. Black Flag was only half a team of Assassin's Creed, basically working on it. This has used the other half, and then once Black Flag got finished, they started working on this. They have had all that time to work on 4 character storylines, a whole country to make free roam, which is apparently what we're being promised, according to some speculations on Twitter and stuff. But there's so much things in there that we want. Most of them we're going to get because we're getting co-op, we're getting new kinds of missions, we're getting new kinds of weapons, we're getting new animations again. I mean, who doesn't want that?
Look at the setting that the game's in anyway. I mean, it's fantastic.
French Revolution, I know.
Yeah. Look, think of all the different things that are going on, because there's basically two things. Like, there's the people rebelling, and then there's the soldiers and the military and the government and things like that. It's just going to be phenomenal.
And they're supposed to be the Templars?
Yeah.
So there's 2 different wars going on at the same time.
Yeah,
Templars
they've revamped
and
it.
the Assassins. And then they've got the people and the government.
Yeah.
Both of which will be action-packed and intense.
And awesome.
Yes.
I, for one, hope it doesn't turn into the tedious storyline and predictable storyline that Black Flag turned into, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got halfway through the game in Black Flag and knew exactly what was going to happen. And that goes to say with the most of the Assassin's Creed games, I have to say. As much as I enjoy every single one of them, they need to mix up the storyline and spend more time on the storyline rather than just making it more pretty and things like that. Although that will satisfy me massively, I just want to see something better with the storyline.
I don't know, but what are they going to do with the modern society in it? Because, like, the past few games, they've been doing more and more.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, I don't like the missions when you're out of the Animus. I play the game to be in these different time zones, going stabbing people in the neck, things like that. That's the reason why I play Assassin's Creed, not to be Desmond and just be roaming around punching people.
Yes, it's understandable, but
Yeah.
the thing is, with Desmond being dead, basically the closest thing you got to being in modern day was basically going through Abstergo, according to what thing he said in Black Flag. But that was more than what we've seen in modern day, like, well, Abstergo and the Assassins, than we had seen before. We're literally inside the company doing what we want and rising up their ranks to gain their trust and all that. That character that we were in Black Flag in the modern day bit, are we going to be them again, or what's going to happen there? Because we've kind of finished the Desmond thing, because, well, let's face it, the closest, like, like Connor, was it in 3? And Edward in 4, they did not look anything like Desmond. So I think we're kind of drifting away from him now because he's dead. Or, don't know, but anything's possible.
Well, yeah, I mean, I am watching the gameplay yet, but I would have thought the Assassin's Creed games have been really entertaining. I mean, Assassin's Creed 1 was just blowing my mind. Still blows my mind now, the things you could do in Assassin's Creed 1. Throwing knives, hidden blades, swords, it was so cool. And then, which one was the American Revolution?
3.
That was my favourite so far. By far. Because you can use guns, but I think 3 was the best so far. Black Flag was meh, okay. The ship thing was good, but it was you were mostly driving piloting the ship, weren't you? But I rated like number 3. It was awesome. So, is there anything else we need to add from E3, or is that all?
Battlefield? Typically, as you see, a massive multiplayer online version of Battlefield.
I never
But
saw it.
was in the E3 one, I think. Yeah, I think so. It was either that or the Microsoft one. I remember it was in one of the two. But they saw a large amount of thing. It was Hardline, new one.
Yeah.
And it's cops versus robbers, basically. And you see this happen. You get the loot. And most of the time, they were focusing on the criminal side of the story, which was weird, because we wanted to see equal shares of which is cops and robbers, as you do, both having their equal sides of everything. But no, we primarily saw the criminals going through all different things. They had their own vehicles, they had their own guns. Then there was the cops with their own vehicles and their own guns. But the criminals had their own vehicles, and they primarily used their own vehicles. The cops were just using guns, primarily. There was a couple of helicopters, yes. But it was weird how it went, because it ended with the cops winning and arresting like all the criminals. But this destruction and stuff, great as it was, amazing, in fact, compared to the previous Battlefields. It looked a bit staged. It looked like they had C4 placed in specific places to make sure it all looked fantastic the way they wanted it to be. Whereas, like, other ones, the only thing you've seen staged is, like, the levolution of the massive skyscraper, or, say, I don't know, just something. And then, what else was it? Tiger Woods, or PGA Tour, they're calling it. And it's being made by DICE as well, on the Frostbite engine. What are they doing with it?
That's
Do
very
you remember
weird.
the Battlefield? Now, you'll think that's weird, but listen to this. They're doing dynamic maps. And in golf, you'd be thinking, what are they doing? How can you do dynamic maps in any form of golf game? Good question. The good answer is, do you know the Battlefield map of which a massive, like, destroyer ship crashes into an island?
Mm-hmm.
They're bringing that into PGA Tour.
A battleship
And
crashed into an island.
you actually hit golf ball, and the golf ball flies over it, and on the odd chance it bounces off it and does a hole-in-one for you. Which seems all pretty well and good, but how's that going to do well with reviews and stuff?
I don't see what the point of being... I just don't see the point in having that. Why?
Yeah. And also, another funny thing, the new UFC game, just trying to get all the sports ones out of the way in case we bring them up later on. But the new UFC game has Bruce Lee in it.
Ah.
Seems good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Bruce Lee, yes, awesome. Master of martial arts? Nope, it doesn't look good at all. I mean, you could even ask some of the people that were watching it, like, with me, whenever we're done here. And even some references out there somewhere as well. The animations weren't smooth at all. Typically in normal fighting, as you watch it on TV, you'd see typical a fight and then a pure on counter to that move and say goes into a submission. Nope, this is literally just kick, kick, stop for a second. Kick, kick, stop for a second. Counter, into a grapple. Countered the grapple. Lifted off. Just stop for a second. Kick, kick, snap. Done. That was all it was. Basically, it was nothing interesting really. It's nothing you don't see in a everyday game of UFC.
Just doesn't sound very enticing.
And then you've got, say, there was one more thing I wanted to mention. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, Uncharted. The new Uncharted. Sony left that up until the very, very end. Everybody, because their press conference, let's face it, wasn't very good compared to what it has been the past few years. Because EA, Ubisoft, Microsoft, they took all the good spots. Sony were left with all the crappy wee ones. But they did some good stuff. I mean, Uncharted was good from what we saw of it. It was just a 2-minute trailer of basically, well, Drake as we know him. Just lying down on the ground as if he just got knocked out for a few hours. And he's talking to Sully, his father figure. And you hear saying that he's been out of the game a long time. So basically, this is meant to be the end for the Uncharted series, and I don't know what that's going to cause to the public due to it being such a large series.
Be interesting to see. A lot of guys I work with fucking love Uncharted, but I'm not a Sony player, so I don't know. But
It's one of the main reasons I play PlayStation.
Yeah, so if they bring that to end, they're going to have to bring something else to really capitalise.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so let's end the E3 stuff. I think we spent enough on that. So let's talk about our news of the week. But we're running out of time, guys. We've been doing this for quite a while. So let's do it very quickly. Okay, so World of Tanks is going finally into 9.1. Now, for those who play World of Tanks, the Havoc engine is not getting introduced again. But the new map, which I can't remember the name, it's like Kharkov, yes, is very nice. I like that. Now, it's like a massive city map, so it's like Himmelsdorf on steroids. It's massive, it's awesome. There's a lot of different angles of attack. There's another thing which I'm looking forward to, which...
Just in case you need to have like a screenshot of it, there's the typical link.
Oh, yes, well, they'll see this in the background. Don't worry.
Hope so.
Mark of Excellence. This update brings the Mark of Excellence to World of Tanks.
Excellence.
These marks... Shut up. Indicate the battle powers. Marks of excellence are so different to each nation, determined by the average damage and assisted damage. Okay, so the mark of excellence means on excellence. Can I just say? On the barrel of the gun, it's going to have, depending on, like, if you're Russian, it's going to have stars. If you're Chinese, it's going to have stars. If you're German, it's going to have thin, like, circles around it. If you're French, it's going to have fat circles. Same with the Americans and the British. I think the Americans have also got a star on it. So, all it is if your average damage is quite high and your assisted damage is quite high, you get more stripes across your battle. Just shows who's legitly, type of a word, is a good player without using XP and stuff like that. Now, I've personally not played any historical battles of any of yous.
Tried, but nobody's searching for it, so I don't think so.
Yeah, historical battles.
Weird.
Yeah, historical battles have been a massive flop. Now, they are introducing a new map, but what I don't like about historical battles is you've got to have the tanks in the garage. Why don't you just make historical battles where the tanks are there, you just select what one you want? Or if you've already reset, you're not going to have to buy back a Jagged Tiger, a T-34 Tiger 1 just to play it? No thanks. Nah. Well, hopefully...
Don't forget the tanks. Like,
Yeah, no,
they're
come on, Sam.
fun changing.
Come on, Sam. Fucking hell.
You're
Hopefully
not
I
being
didn't
fast enough.
speak too fast enough. Faster. Now, there is new artillery achievements. Rock Solid, Counter Battery Fire, Gold Medal, Cold-Blooded, and what was the one? Stark's Medal, I think it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't give a crap about Artie, so we'll move on. New team battle achievements. Now, this is what I'm really interested in. We've been playing a lot of team battles recently as a gaming community, which has been really good. We've been doing really well. We keep getting a positive win rate. I think we're like, what, 60, 70% win rate?
Out of all our team battles, I've got the number here. We're on a 78%.
Out of how many battles?
Out of 75.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Actually, no. Sorry. 77.
Wow. 76%. We're doing
Yep.
pretty awesome. So there's new achievements. So we've got Fire and Steel, Heavy Fire, Promising Fighter, and No Man's Land, and Pyrotechnic. So I can't wait to get them. Team battles is suddenly a lot of fun since we've got 7 people, well over 7 people now, actively playing team battles, so it's awesome. Okay, there's new matchmaking for light tanks, tiers 4 to 7. Means you only go, was it 2 tiers higher now, isn't it?
Basically means they're not going to get their Super Scout matchmaking that gets them to like tier 9 and 10 games.
So basically the likes of the Panzer 38 IV, which gets into tier 8 games as a tier 4, will not happen no more. It'll only go in a tier 6 game, which is great news for people like that, driving that tank.
That is a good
Though,
news.
fun fact, the ELC still will get into tier 8 games, not tier 9 anymore though.
That's
Because
a
the
plus in
ELC
it.
is special.
ELC's amazing tank. Okay?
Yeah.
So, what new tanks we're getting added? Because I've got no info about this on this page.
There's no tanks getting added, there's just tanks getting changed slightly.
Which are...
The M4
M2.
Sherman is getting changed on the reload time by 0.1 of a second. I think. It's either that or it's 1 second. The VK2801 is getting better resistance to different kinds of ground. So is the MT25. But the MT25 in particular is getting a stronger engine as its top engine. It's getting replaced on the top one completely. And it's getting 100 extra horsepower.
The tank doesn't need buffer now. I don't understand why they did it.
Yeah. It's typical as it happens.
They need to make it look like they're actually doing something in between patches.
Yeah.
So they just make something up right at the last minute.
Well, I'm excited about the new sound mods too, because it hasn't said anything like that. And the patch notes, the sound is amazing. The explosion of tanks is pretty... Wait, what are you going to say, Johnny?
Sorry, yeah. The A20's getting changed as well a wee tiny bit, just on its matchmaking. Even though it's a light, it's not going to be getting up to tier 7, it's only getting up to tier 6.
Good. That's good. Well, the new explosions, I don't know if they fixed it, because I only played phase 1 of the test server. And
They didn't fix it.
The explosions look too cartoony. So, but the sound mod sounds awesome, so you don't have to use Gone Farbers by the looks of it now, which is good news for us, bad news for Gone. You're going to be pretty gutted. But that means he should be making better gun sound mods. It should be a lot better than what he's already doing.
Back to your destruction sound. That it says on the patch notes that the vehicle destruction sound reworked based on feedback from players. So everyone thought it was bad. So I'm guessing they fixed it slightly.
But it's the look of it though. It looks too cartoony. They probably fixed that too, but they probably haven't.
Guess they need the fire from some other game or something.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's really it for World of Tanks. Now, if you do want to join our World of Tanks section, just apply on our website to join the clan in general, and you can come and play World of Tanks with us. Yay! Okay, so do you know what is your news of the week?
Well,
okay, move on
I'm just hyped for Assassin's Creed. That's all I'm gonna say. That's my news of the week.
Assassin's Creed. So
if anyone has any Assassin's Creed news or anything they think will happen or anything trending on Twitter like that, I want to hear it. So just comment down
Alright
below.
then. Score system on the co-op. Just saying.
Okay, so, well, that leaves it to be the next person, which is going to be talking about something.
Alrighty then.
Okay, so, where's Paul? Where's Paul gone? Paul's not here. I'll give him a call. Paul? Right, we've lost Paul. That means, unfortunately, you're going to listen to Jammy.
Hey, it's not my fault I want to talk about the Steam box.
Dun, dun, dun.
Which has actually got specs. Well, rough specs, basically.
Can we have a linky?
Yeah, I shall give you the link if you give me a second. Where is it? 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 There it is. Whenever my computer decides to like me. But I'll just say as it loads. It's typically meant to have a 500 gig hard drive. That's
Can we
reasonable.
customize this?
There's going to be different versions coming out, supposedly. What else was I going to say? Yeah, and the, what do you call it? The graphics card was meant to be an overclocked NVIDIA card of some sort. Don't know what that's going to be. Also, there's going to be all different versions, which I've kind of said. But the cheapest version is what kind of puts me off it the most. The price of the cheapest version is going to be $549.
Oh, I've just seen a problem. I know why it's so expensive.
Because Alienware's making it.
Oh my god! I'm not even going to go on it.
But did you not see also another little bit on that link there? They've said that it's not going to run on SteamOS yet.
Why has it got an i3? Oh,
It's going to be running like the core thing on it is going to be i3 dual core. The fact that we know this is going to happen now is going to kind of put people off because of the price and the fact they could do so much better with it. But then again, that's the pre-alpha of the thing. They've shown gameplay of it in a video, which I will also link you to whenever we're done here, and you can put that into the thing.
I don't care about Alienware sugar. This crap.
Thing is, this looks like something someone who goes to a lot of gaming festivals, like what me and Jay are planning to do for Insomnia. That's ideal for taking something to play games on.
Dino, you can get a mini ITX case and build something better than it for the same price. So.
Yeah, but you've got to remember, Apple is exactly the same, and everyone buys Apple.
Don't disrespect Apple. Okay, moving on.
No, he's just saying that they're exactly the same.
Don't fucking do it.
He didn't disrespect them in any way.
Don't you? I'll ring Steve Jobs up.
Pretty sure he's dead, mate.
He's dead? When did this happen?
I killed him for making Apple products too overpriced.
No, he makes Apple products better.
Just saying, but like I was saying about the hard drive space, it's also going to run on 8 gig of RAM for what we know of.
No, 4 gig according to this for the basic one.
It says 8 gig on the...
No, it says, specs, 4 gig of 1600 MHz RAM.
Look underneath that bit.
Yeah, no, yeah, but that's the
dearer one.
But I've got a feeling if that one's $550...
And that's the cheap one?
The i5 is probably going to be about $800.
$750, yeah.
Yeah. i7 is probably going to be $1,000.
Now, we're talking in dollars, so we're talking in like pounds here. We're going to say around the $550 one. We're talking something like $380, $390 at least.
It's $330 actually. But
is it?
Yeah, it's $330. But when you look at it that way, it's not bad. But it's like, Anywhere products tends not be the best reliable product.
Well, you don't know. You need to try it first. And apparently, just saying about you guys, but supposedly there's going to be one in Insomnia, so...
Well, we'll see. Oh, right, yeah, so, right, well, is that all we needed? Is that anything else you need to add about? Anything?
Nothing I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay, so, well, let's start bringing this to a close. So, let's talk about some stuff. Okay, so on August the 23rd, do you know, 23rd? 22?
2nd.
22nd is Insomnia.
My birthday. Yeah.
Sure. UK's biggest gaming festival. So, I'm going, Dino's going. Jamie? He's flying from Ireland.
Yeah. Screw you. I might be able to make it. You never know.
You never know. There's a lot of us going from Fancy. Not a lot of us, but there's probably about 3, 4. But there's a couple of other people going too. So it's going to be epic. So, I mean, if anyone actually listens to this podcast, if you're coming, drop a comment below so we can all meet up and have a couple of drink skis. Okay, so, well, I think that is all. So, guys, if you do want to join, like I said before, fancyclan.com, apply here, boom, in the clan. So, guys, thanks for listening to this podcast. Hope you enjoy it. Leave a like, subscribe, do all the usual good stuff. And this is Jay signing out. This is your time to sign out. Dino.
Right, okay.
Dino signs out.
I guess Jammy signs out too.
Oh, well, that was amazing, wasn't it? So, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. So,
Ciao.